What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Today we've got another live fantasy football mock draft for you back on FantasyPros with a 12-team full PPR mock where we will be selecting 12th overall, last pick overall. Should be really interesting. Our roster: one quarterback, two running backs, two wide receivers, a tight end, a flex, and then 5 bench spots. But that's pretty much it. So let us begin. And while we wait, a quick reminder: if you enjoy, hit that like button, subscribe, give us a follow on Twitter, X at AllDayPigskin to continue interacting with us there. Let us hear it in the comments, your thoughts, along with any questions you guys might have. We'll do our best to answer them all. But with that being said, last pick overall, let's see if we can make some magic happen. The draft board so far: Bijan Robinson, first pick. I like to see that running back love. Then Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, McCaffrey, bullish on McCaffrey here, which, hey, I've said it before. I've said it a million times. If McCaffrey plays the majority of the season, he is going to be a top 2, top 3 running back. Jahmyr Gibbs, 106. Amon-Ra, Malik Neighbors, Puka, then Genti, and Saquon Barkley. So here, right now, looking at our cheat sheet, names that I really like. Well, if I wanted to go 2 running backs, it would probably be Achane and Derrick Henry. If I wanted to be a little bit more balanced, it would probably be Achane and Nico Collins. If I wanted to be really bullish on a wide receiver, it'd probably be Nico Collins and Brian Thomas. I want to just go best player available and also, still give some love to the position that I think is not dead. Running backs ain't dead, folks. I'm going Achane here as our first pick. I love it in regards to full PPR. Just, God, I hope Tua stays healthy. And then at wide receiver, I will show some love to Nico Collins. I think he's still the number 1 over there in Houston. I think it will be, shouldn't be like major concerns compared to what we saw last year, the year prior. So I like Nico Collins. If it wasn't Nico Collins, I'd probably be going Derrick Henry, but let's go with Nico and see what we can do in the 3rd and 4th round. Here we're going to have to reach a little bit. That's what happens when you're picking last overall, first overall. You got to get comfortable being uncomfortable, right? Basically, if a guy's ranked like 5, 10 spots lower, and you really want him, you got to pull the trigger sometimes. So, right, we go with, let's look at the names first. Brian Thomas after Nico Collins, Garrett Wilson, Drake London, McConkey, A.J. Brown, Bowers, McBride right next to each other. Garrett Wilson shouldn't be going that high, in my opinion, at the 203. I think London should be going ahead of him, McConkey, A.J. Brown, even though I do understand the upside. Josh Jacobs with the 209, followed by JSN, Rashee Rice, Derrick Henry at the 212, Bucky at the 301, Chase Brown at the 302, Josh Allen 303, Tyreek T. Higgins 0405, then Lamar, then a couple running backs with Kamara, Kenneth Walker, and Breece Hall, Marvin Harrison, and Mike Evans. For me here, the ideal situation would have been having Marvin Harrison, and Jonathan Taylor is still on the board, which I think is really, really good value. Honestly, right now, I kind of lean going Jonathan Taylor and Kyren Williams, having our running back situation taken care of. I think Kyren Williams is, maybe like not as sexy, but I think he's going to be close to a top 12 running back if he stays healthy. And, obviously Matthew Stafford as well. Jonathan Taylor, it'll be interesting to see what happens at quarterback. He had a great finish to last year. I'm going Jonathan Taylor here, and I'm probably going to go Kyren Williams. And we've got a running back position taken care of. That's all I know. And we'll see if we like this build at wide receiver and the rest of the team after we went 1 wide receiver through the first 4 rounds. So, what happened after we went with JT and Kyren? It was Jaden Daniels, Chuba Hubbard, George Kittle, James Cook, Devontae, Terry, Joe Burrow, DJ Moore, James Conner, Jalen Hurts, Cortland, Zay Flowers, Omarion Hampton, DK at the 503. Damn, I wish DK made it to us, but that was always a long shot. Quinshawn, Jameson Williams, Chris Godwin, Laporta, Joe Mixon, Tedero McMillan, Patrick Mahomes, and Travis Hunter. So right now, looking at this situation, I'm not going quarterback. I'm not going tight end. I got to go wide receivers. I got to go upside. And with that being the case, like the reason I don't like Devonta Smith is he's gonna be very boomer bust. Like I feel like, you know, he's gonna have a week where he goes for 20 points, and then like 3 straight weeks where it's a struggle to get 10 points. I lean Chris Olave, but again, that quarterback situation is scary as hell too. So continue to go down the list. Jalen Waddle, number 2 over there in Miami. I don't want to load up on too many Miami guys in case there's an injury. Xavier Worthy, I'm not as high on him as others. Jerry Jeudy, huge breakout last season. Can he continue it? You know, I'd probably lean Jeudy with one of these picks. Other names, Ridley, Addison. I think there might be a little bit of a running back run here. Maybe there's an outside chance we get Odunze to drop to us. I'll probably go Chris Olave and Jerry Jeudy here, honestly. You know, I understand that Olave is an injury risk and his head might explode, but he could also be a good value pick. So I'm going Chris Olave with one of our picks, and then I'm going to go with Jerry Jeudy. I just think Judy's going to be a little bit more consistent than Devonta Smith. Like, I don't need 30-plus point games. Like, I just need some consistency. So here, let's see what happens. We barely missed out on the guy that I was hoping on. So after we went Olave and Jeudy, it was Aaron Jones, Najee, RJ Harvey, Brock Purdy, Baker, then Devonta Smith, Jalen Waddle, TJ Hawkinson, DeAndre Swift, Xavier Worthy, Jared Goff, Pickens, Travion Henderson, Calvin Ridley, one of the guys, Herbert, Monty Pacheco, Caleb Johnson, Jacoby Myers, also a guy I was looking at, Tony Pollard. Odunze is the guy I really wanted. I would have even loved Jordan Addison as well, but wasn't meant to be. So now we're looking at Juwan Jennings, probably. Stephon Diggs is intriguing in New England. Tight end, like, I really like David Njoku. Is he still there? He is. What are we looking at so far at tight end? I mean, I got to imagine there's going to be a tight end run in the next 20 picks, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams have a tight end. I'm 6. Yeah, I mean, I guess we could risk it, but I think that at least 3 are going to go, and he's the number 3 guy there. And afterwards, I feel like there's a drop-off. Let's go Juwan Jennings with one of our picks. And then I'm going to go with Njoku. I know I've already got Jerry Jeudy, but I think that Njoku is going to be an integral part of that offense. Seems like 2 tight ends went. Let me see if that was the case. Oh, no, 3. Okay, 3. Oh, 4, 5. Oh, Jesus. Okay, a lot of tight ends went. So I was right that there was a tight end run. Let's look at it. And this is one of those, examples where I'm like, you got to get comfortable reaching. Would have loved to have gotten Stephon Diggs, but I know if I wanted to get one of these tight ends that I can somewhat trust, like I had to do it then. Because afterwards, Diggs, Jalen Warren, Travis Etienne, Khalil Shakir, Javonte Williams, Brian Robinson, Ramondre, Jordan Mason, Josh Downs, Golden, Brennan Ayuk, Andrews, Kelsey, Jonnu, Tyrone Tracy, Jaden Reed, Ricky Pearsall, Zach Charbonnet, Tucker Kraft, Kyler Murray, Tyler Warren, Zach Ertz. Here, honestly, like, top suggestion is Bo Nix. I might be going Bo Nix because, I'm looking rushing upside with these quarterbacks. Obviously, Justin Fields has a lot of that, but I trust Bo Nix a little bit more, as crazy as that sounds, with some of the coaching that's around him, with some of the success we saw last year. Just think a little bit more stability. So I'll probably go Bo Nix, honestly. Are there names here that I really like? I'm going to go with Bo Nix as one of our picks. I mean, if we really wanted to, we can double up on quarterbacks. Like, I could go with another upside guy in a Caleb Williams or a Justin Fields. I might do that. Like, if I believe in the Caleb Williams breakout, might as well select him here and then figure stuff out. Let's see what happens. So we passed up on some running backs, huge running back run. Fantasy Pros loves to stick in a bunch of like backup running backs, stuff like that, right around this range of drafting. So yeah, I went 2 quarterbacks, Bo and Caleb Williams. Then it was White, Tajay Spears, Tootin, Eckler, Bigsby, Dobbins, Dowdle, Scataboot, Evan Ingram, Jerome Ford, Algier, Guerendo, Ray Davis, Igbuka, Braylon Allen, Roshan, Cooper Kupp, Trey Benson, Pittman, Mooney, and Lloyd. So here, I mean, going with a Jalen Wright in case there's an injury, something like that as a handcuff, honestly, doesn't sound all that bad. I think he might be the pick here, honestly. So let's get a handcuff here, and then now I'm gonna go with. I'm not gonna force any one of these picks. Wide receiver, Rashid Shaheed. Honestly, Rashid Shaheed, if something happens to Chris Olave, not the worst thing in the world. Deebo Samuel, kind of intriguing. Maybe we go with Deebo Samuel. Let's see. And that is it in regards to our full draft. We got Bo Nix, Achane, Jonathan Taylor, Nico Collins, Chris Olave, Njoku, Kyron Williams, Judy, Juwan Jennings, Caleb Williams is a backup quarterback, Jalen Wright, Deebo. Honestly, I don't mind this team. Like, we've got an anchor at wide receiver with Nico. Then we can get creative with the Jerry Judy, with the Juwan Jennings as our number 2. I like Njoku at tight end. I love our starting 3 running backs, Achane, Jonathan Taylor, Kyron Williams. I think one of our quarterbacks will hit in either Bo or Caleb Williams. But hey, let me know your thoughts. If you guys enjoyed, hit that like button, subscribe, give us a follow on Twitter, X at AllDayPigskin to continue tracking with us there. Let us hear it in the comments. Again, we'll do our best to answer all those questions. But in the meantime, we'll see you guys in future videos.